talking about fun and games in spreadsheets. I'm really excited about this one. This is looking at the random formula specifically and how we can use that in our spreadsheets. The random formula is RAND, and then there's variations of that formula. What this formula does is it pulls a random number, or it can pull from a random cell. And from this, we can generate all sorts of different activities. Now, a practical way to use this is if you've created a spreadsheet and you need to populate it with information just to take a screenshot for a mock-up or demonstration purposes, or maybe you're just checking your formulas just to make sure everything's working and your graphs look good, you can use this formula to fill in random information into your spreadsheet. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about fun ways to use this. Now, I've created this cheat sheet that you guys can grab down below. I find these really helpful so that you can click on the cells, see the formulas. You can take those formulas into your own projects and create your own spreadsheets with these fun variations that we have. You'll see on the left, we have these usage examples. We have a guessing game. We have a draw the winning name. We have daily affirmations. You can draw tarot cards or oracle cards if you're into that. You can do a coin toss. You can have random math questions. So there's a lot you can do with this equation. Now, as I show you these examples, you're going to notice anytime I change anything on the sheet, all of these formulas are going to cause a change. And that's the way this formula is set up, is anything that changes on the sheet, it's going to populate a new random number or whatever you've selected in there. Let's look at this first example, the guessing game. This is using this formula here. So we're always highlighting what formulas it's using. And to play this game, you're going to pick a number between 1 and 10. So we can type in 7, 6. I'm just going to keep guessing some random numbers. And we're trying to see if we can match to this other one off to the right. And we have a match. And so you'll see that we have set it that it will tell us we've won, that we finally guessed this number. So that's one way of playing that. You can do a guessing game. If I click on this cell here, you can see that I've used the formula here, RAND between, and I've used brackets to say we're picking a number between 1 and 10. So you could have done the same thing between 1 and 50 or whatever numbers that you want to set out there. The next example is drawing the winning name. So this is very similar. It's drawing these names here. The difference is that it is pulling from the cells. So we have to use this indirect formula. We have to tell it what column the names are in. So the names are in column U. And we're pulling a random cell between 17 and 20. So rows 17 and 20 on the sides here. So because this formula works by making a change on a spreadsheet, you'll notice this one up at the top. I was able to make a change because I'm picking a number. In this case, we need to do something to cause it to change. So we've put in a checkbox here to cause it to draw a name for us every time we check or uncheck it. You'll notice this is the same even if I just type off to the side. So it's anything that's changing the sheet is going to cause this random formula to pull a new value. But if you're providing a game or something for somebody else, they're not going to know that. So you want to provide instructions as a way to generate these new random values that you're pulling. Some people put in a button with an app script and it will change whenever you click the button. I wanted to keep this super simple and just show you with these checkboxes. Here's another example. You can do daily affirmations. It's set up exactly the same way as the one above. The affirmations are here. You can see up in my formula bar that they are written out. And again, this is just pulling a random one in column U between 30 and 33. So again, I can click this checkbox and it's going to pull a new daily affirmation, which is kind of cool. So you can have a spreadsheet or you can incorporate it into an existing one. And if somebody's working on their business or personal wise, maybe you could have affirmations that they pull each day and they think about those throughout the day. This one's really neat. You can pull cards. And I've seen this being used for all sorts of things. If you're not into Oracle or tarot cards, you can be pulling a daily affirmation card. You can be pulling conversation starter cards. There's all sorts of things you can do with this example. So in this case here, it's again similar to above, but we have two columns off to the side where it's pulling the data from. So in column U, it is pulling the images, and column V is these the script messages that go along with each card. So again, off to the side, it's showing that we use the index, the match formula, and the RAND between. I should cover how I did this one. So when I click on this image here, you can see it's using the index and the match formulas up here to pull these images. Now, how I set this up first is I did the script first, just like we did above with the affirmation cards. So it's pulling a random one between 1 and 4. This is using the index formula. And then the card is being matched to the ones up above. So again, you can copy and paste these formulas and put them into your own spreadsheet, and then just go ahead and adjust the cells. This one's a coin toss, set up very much the same as the other ones. So when we click it, the coin is being tossed, which is kind of fun. You can also generate math questions. So this one, again, is set up the same way as above, but you're just formatting it so that you have the plus and equals sign. So, and you can create a whole spreadsheet with these, with multiple math questions, and then formulate different ones for different kids, or maybe you're homeschooling and you want to pull a different spreadsheet each day. You can print it off after you've regenerated a new one. Okay, so when I click this, it's going to change both of these numbers. You could also set it that one side doesn't have a formula. So if you always want, 2 on this side, you can do that. And so it'll only change the second variable. Just going to undo that so our formula's back in here. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoy this fun and games cheat sheet. You can create a lot of different products from some of these formulas we have here. We'd love to see what you guys create. And don't forget to grab the template below.